Hi Manitesh. How was your day today?
Hi Manas.
How was your day today?
Hi team. Yeah, my day is good. Checking all
Hi
all the
Swapnaka.
projects that everyone did.
Yeah, it was a feast
I,
for all of us going through all of those amazing projects. Yeah, hi Swapnaka. How's you been your day?
yeah, it was really good. Like going through all the applications that they have submitted, and I can able to know really good projects they have did. So it was a good weekend, I would say.
Good evening, ma'am. How was your day?
Oh, it was fantastic. Thank you. Good evening. And I'm so glad actually that we have come to the end and we are seeing all the work that has been done. Over to you.
So, Manitesh and Swapnaka, I think it is the time that we go ahead. But before we go ahead, I have a few questions for both of you that I want you guys to answer. We have been scraping through a lot of ideas. There's been a lot of innovation, a lot of discussion that's been going around in both our Discord channels, our WhatsApp groups, and our other platforms. But there was something in common, some innovation, some passion towards building something. So, Manitejana, how do you describe the usage of Lovable today, and how do you believe that AI is going to be shaping our future?
Right. So one particular thing that I observed while checking all the websites that the users, that the participants have published, is that with the help of AI, the cost of producing a website is almost negligible now. So every user can just create a website from their fingertips. So back in the day when I was like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, to create a website, I used to log in into WordPress or some other website. I need to learn a lot of stuff basically, like because WordPress used to work in a different way, Wix used to work in a different way. So every website builder used to have their own ways. But these tools now, especially Lovable, it's a matter of just chatting, right? You don't even need to know English. You can type in your own language, in Telugu, Hindi, whatever you want, and the AI can understand and can build the website in a matter of seconds. And the best part is you don't even need a laptop. You can just build and publish websites from your phone. So because in the earlier days, building was one thing and publishing is another complicated thing, because there are not many providers who used to provide free hosting for the websites. But with the help of Lovable, I think, yeah, in my opinion, this is a big disruption, especially in the software industry. And also the cost of making like a good looking website is also negligible now, because the worst website that an AI makes is almost as good as an average human will do after learning a lot of things. But AI will do it in like less than two prompts. So yes, I think this is going to change a lot in the coming days. We are going to be bombarded with a lot of websites in future coming going forward, I think.
Yeah, well, I after looking through those solutions, this enormous amount of energy, pure raw energy, I definitely agree with you, Manitesh. But I think there's one more thing to be adding to it. Well, I believe today many people have witnessed their dreams come alive and made sure that whatever they were trying to build from a long time, their ideas, their raw energy has come in to showcase how much effort they put in. But I don't think we're going to be ending it right now itself. I believe with a little bit of effort and a little bit of push, I think they're able to showcase what they actually had in mind. The raw prototype, the raw MVP that is ready to go to pitch to people, I think that is ready. But I just have a quick question. Then this is to Swapnaka. Aka, how do you feel that in the future going forward with platforms like Lovable and all of these growing, where do you see us as the tech makers, the people who are going to be shaping the tech, building with tech? How do you believe that we're going to be going forward with this? Or do you think that it's going to be the end of developers?
Yeah, one thing that I have to say for mobile, based on the applications I have seen and the URLs that I have gone to, like mobile has closed the gap. I have an idea, I have a business idea. Like it's not about just prompt. They can just build applications within few minutes or few hours, just by giving their own idea, and how good the Laravel being an interface. Also, we can just drag and drop something and we can create it. like applications were available. A lot of people had an idea, but they're actually used for the student to create an application. That is what I would say. Because as Malika mentioned, like login pages and of HTML, go to read it, learning it. Simple, simple mistakes, simple functions with a lot of errors. So now I how to appreciate because the magic of Lovable in 2026. They're just a market kind of thing. But it was really helpful for many people. So that's it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Akko, for that insight. And yes, again, Anna, Manitejana, my next question would be to you. Out of all the platforms, I just would wish, like, before we just go for the grand reveal of the amazing projects that were built out, I just have a last question before we can go forward. Like, yeah, I definitely agree with what Swapnak has to say. Today, Lovable has become so at the reach of people. Today, people are vibe coding their solutions out. I do believe that they are good to be able to pitch in and then start out with. But I think as we progress, we need to go and then start improving on our products to make them market ready. But with that apart said, I just have a quick question going forward because I know that you have been to many hackathons, many ideas. What was your opinion on how the thought process should go in when we are actually building out a solution? Where do you think most of the people went wrong before we actually see what went right in the hackathon submissions?
Right. So one thing in particular that I noticed when checking all the submissions is that so most of the participants are spending the time not on the core idea, but rather than on the outside part mostly. So what do I mean is so imagine you had an idea and you are trying to build a website. So I think the first thing that you should do, at least in my opinion, is you should actually build the core idea that you thought about, right? And not the other parts like how do we log in, how do we register, how do we reset the passwords, how do we log out the users, right? So I think that's where most of the submissions have gone wrong. Because imagine as a judge or someone looking at your website in a hurry. So in my case, while I was checking very quickly, right, all the URLs, I wanted to see what's their project is about, and all I got is like login with Google and login with Facebook links rather than the core idea. So I had to like I logged in more than 30 times today while checking the projects with my Google. So that creates a kind of disturbance, right? For someone who is checking your website. So at least in the beginning, I would highly suggest to first build the core idea first. Once that is working and you have some time left, then of course you can add all this on top of things like login, log out, all this stuff. Yeah, I think this is the biggest suggestion that I would give to everyone. At least going forward in the coming hackathons, when you guys participate in other hackathons or any programs, try to spend as much time as you can on the core idea rather than this outside stuff.
Got it. So to summarize basically what you were trying to say, I think the core functionality of our thing, that should be a first priority, like the must have, and the login, the authentication, that design. I think that is what's coming next, and it's something nice to have. So I think before
Right.
we are going diving into a project, it is necessary for us to differentiate between what are the must haves and what are the nice to have. So like the prototype, test, and build approach that we that most MNCs actually go for, if I'm right.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just a quick question for all of us here. What was your most interesting or the phase of this campaign? Like I believe although our audience had a lot of fun, I believe we also had a lot of fun hosting this campaign and then making sure to be throughout this entire day. I don't think it was bothering us throughout the day, but I sure think that we had a lot of fun interacting with those people, communicating, seeing how the future of Vizag is to be built and the future of the nation is about to be built. So what was your takeaway or your moment of the day for you today? We'll start with Swapnika
Um,
on our end.
Yeah. Um, I hope that I would get a chance when I was in my BTech like this, because at that time we don't have this kind of hackathons or building application in 10 hours and just create an. So I wish that I had a time. Maybe I would be will be in a position that now I'm learning through the all the AI tools in my after completing my BTech or but like this, I have to appreciate the people who are taking the time, the doing the work and their content. But still, they took the time, they started building the applications without hesitation. They reached out to us and then they posted their, everything. Like the enthusiasm that they are showing in building an applications and using AI to build their ideas, to come up with their ideas in less than a minute. That's where we do promise the future of so also appreciate each and everyone who have participated in this and a huge big round of applause whether they have win this competition or win a top of the product ready or still they show their enthusiasm and spend hours and hours idealizing the business. So yeah, that's it.
That was truly inspirational, truly an amazing thing to see their passion even on a Sunday building out stuff. Well, Manitejana, what was it for you?
yes, I think similar to what you mentioned, I think my biggest um, takeaway, I guess, after looking at the communities today, is that I mean today is Sunday, right? So I thought most of the participants, I never thought we'll get this many submissions first, but also I think um, the energy in the group. They're asking questions. They're trying to right at the moment, like at 10:30 a.m. When the program started. Right at after 1 minute, we got so many messages from everyone. So it kind of shows you, right? So everyone is ready, and they're actually I guess the community, at least in the nearby regions, is changing, and the thought process of students is also changing now. They're getting AI ready. Like everyone is trying to participate in these events. They're trying to um, learn new stuff, build new stuff. They're not hesitated to learn something new. Yeah, I think it's really and great to see the energy in the group and in the participants, and also they're very keen on the submission time as well. A lot of members are still asking for the extension of the deadline time. So that gives you an impression, right? So how interested and how involved the
People are.
students are throughout the day. Yeah, so that's really nice to see.
Well, the aha moment for me, or the place where I could feel resonated with people, was, well, I usually have this bad habit of completing stuff in the last moment. Like it usually like 5 minutes before the deadline, we get everything done. So seeing those people submit it in the last minute, like and requesting, hey, can we get the deadline extended? I guess that was what my aha moment was like. How much ever time is given, we are all that perfectionist trying to build the perfect product. So that was something that I could really resonate with, and I really loved throughout the hackathon. So, ma'am, did you face anything through this, and do you have anything to say in this context?
Thanks so much. I was not there too as involved as all. I saw some beautiful ideas that came to life. Um, One thing that really stuck with me was that the way that people brought their ideas to life so quickly. And as Swapna, as Maniteja, and all, and you yourself said, actually, this wouldn't have been possible previously, actually. But because, just the idea to a product, actually, the ease and the speed at which you are able to bring, that is really humbling. And I could see all of that in action today. Importantly, the ideas that everybody started working on, they are what go on to become some good products actually. And I'm glad they were able to bring that, see some problems around them, identify them. This is what I have to work on. My time on today. I mean, they have selected some, and that they have worked whatever they knew actually. this is a very great experience, I'm sure, for everyone. And I have been to recent AI Impact Summit, and the projects that I saw, uh, the products that I saw that were commercially there, that India as a country was showcasing, it all comes from here, from that idea, from that problem statement that you see around you, and then working on it. So I'm so happy that it came this way, actually. So Idanta, just the beginning, so off the surface that you have scratched, I'm sure this got you curious, because there is a lot more to make it a tangible product that really works in the market. I'm sure you understand that. But the first step you have taken, and that is a great first step. So all the best to all of you. One point that I want to share beyond this is, as they have already shared, in this and and still you invested your time full day. That really means something, that you're really passionate about your career, about how it's going. And most importantly, I think I'm so delighted for my team, the three of you actually who stood by, who are like there to support throughout. I'm so happy that you could do this, and I'm so happy for the team actually with got to interact with. And I want to reiterate Maniteja's point that these disturbances will be there, and we are just facilitators over here. We are just enabling. See, we could have left it off, but we were like, here is an important resource that is out there for free. Let us see how our community can benefit. And there are a lot of questions that we ourselves did not know, but we wanted to make it happen. But everybody was there in that noise, actually, focused and lost perhaps over there. And maybe that is something, Claude credits. We are working on Lovable today. So Claude credits they are giving, and it is obvious that it will be reimbursed a little later. But putting all your focus and energy on that instead of the actual thing that you have to do, I think those were little disturbances that came through the day. But I'm happy the way that it evened out and how people focused. So yeah, that is how it happened, and I'm glad it came to this end. I'm excited to see what you have all built. So bring it on.
Yeah, so Manitejana, I think it's finally time that we go ahead and we start to unravel what people have built back. So, well, the screen is off to you. Kindly do share your screen and let us know about all the amazing stuff that people have built. Make sure to provide us with what we can do with that project next. Like, just do not say, "Hey, this is good, that's good," but give us suggestions on how we can make that into a real life product. Over to you, Anna.
Sure. So I think so let me share my screen. So we shortlisted three projects, or rather three submissions now for this for today. So let me share my screen. Right. So do you guys see my screen? Do you guys see my screen? Okay, great. Right, so this is the first project that is really nice, and it's really working seamlessly. So, so this project is called Fashion AI. So this website um, is kind of providing an AI outfit builder. So which is really nice use case for us who are in this like in 20 or 30 age groups. So we frequently buy new clothes and all this stuff, right? So it's nice to see a, a nice, well, what do you say, a really wanted use case that everyone in the regions. So yeah, so I tried to check this one. I uploaded my photo. I uploaded some random shirt from the internet, and you can upload your bottom layers, shoes, accessories, others. I haven't personally checked everything, but yes, just tested my image and a shirt, and the results were really nice. Although my face looks a bit kind of different, but yes, it's almost 90% matching, which is really good to, to see this kind of progress in less than one day. So So this, I think, adds a lot of value in products like Myntra, Flipkart, Amazon. So before buying anything, I can now come into this website. I can upload my photo. I can just take a screenshot from Myntra, like shirt, pant, all the stuff, and get real world looking image. So this is really nice. So I think this comes first out of everything, because it's very nice, and also it doesn't have any blockers. Like when you open the website, you straight away see the screen. You can upload your photo. There's no disturbance in the website. It's really nice and straightforward. So really looking nice. And one suggestion that I can probably give is, so in today's world, I think whenever we are building something, not only but related to this fashion AI, but or any website, so one thing that everyone should try to do is, you should try to build your app or your project on top of something. What do you mean by that? Uh, so these days it's really hard to get distribution. Like we cannot get new users, right, very easily. So try to do a project on top of like a famous other project. Let's imagine the fashion AI project. So instead of asking the user to upload the image of the shirt, of the pant, and everything, so this is not something, not the ideal workflow, right? So if I, as user, I usually check clothes on Myntra, for example. I like the shirt. I wanted to see how it looks to me, on me. So rather than taking a screenshot, I would simply copy the link, for example, of the Myntra product. Then I come to this website and I just paste the link rather than uploading the screenshot, which is much more seamless in my opinion. It will also add a lot of value. So I can simply upload an image. I can just paste a link of Myntra or Amazon or Flipkart, and we can just directly show this output to the user. So this is one way, and this is also another way. Just one suggestion, I guess, because if we go this way, because the user need to upload screenshots, right? So not everyone will take screenshots. Imagine if the user want to try 10 products, 10 different shirts. I need 10 screenshots. Rather than that, I can just copy 10 links at a time and just see every link directly. So that will be much more seamless in my opinion. Also, you will get a lot of distribution, right? Because Myntra is very popular already. Awesome. So, yep, I think the team will share this link in the comments for those who are interested. Great, looking really nice. Awesome. Okay, so this is the first one. Let me share the next one. Right. So the next project. Manas, do you want to share something?
Yeah. No. I was just saying that it was really cool. Well, you definitely looked handsome in that platform. But yeah, that was totally cool, and how AI is being used in such new vibe cases where, like, who would ever imagine that if fashion would be taken over by AI? That was the least thing that I would ever expect. So that was really amazing, and thank you for the feedback. And guys, I think you can just try it around. We have the link in the comment section, so if you want to go ahead and try out your best fits, be the best confident, you can check out that website. Now let's go on to the next
Yep.
one, Anna.
All right. So let me share the second one. So I'm sharing my screen now. All right. So this project is called Safe Route, which is an interesting use case. It's providing uh, real-time, what do you say, the roadmap or route map for the users. I think this more focused towards women, but I think this is a really nice use case that we can see. So this website has right. So the moment that you open the website, it's really nice. It's not super busy. The entire website, I can easily understand what is this website is all about. I can quickly read. The spacing is nice. The information is nice. It's not too much information, and I can like emergency contacts. I can get all the helpline numbers of state-wise as well as national helplines, which is nice. And also I can click get started. I can start planning my journey. Let me say I can click state, district, and area, and again maybe state, district. Maybe I want to go this place. I will click find safest routes, and I get this one. So this is really nice. It shows the route path, um, the popular landmarks nearby, which is really nice, especially if you are someone who is new to the city. You can easily find the places that you can visit nearby. And also, it's really nice. It's showing the ride services that are available, like Rapido, Uber, InDrive, which is also really nice. It shows the transport facilities, the emergency services numbers, the highlights, the warnings. Um, Also, it shows multiple routes. This is the public transport route, the fastest route, also the economy route, which is really nice subdivision of everything. Like it's provide, although the data might be incorrect at some places, also the percentage. Not sure how they're calculating it, but yes, I think overall, I think this website is really nice to understand what's happening on between 2 points in a city. We can also improve. Let's say what some suggestions that I can give for this website is, let me okay, I think the state is not preserved in the website. Let me quickly search for some random places. Right. So some suggestions that I wanted to share is kind of very similar to the one that I shared earlier on the project number one. So whenever you're building something, try to see if you can integrate an existing app app into your website. Let's say we have Ola, Rapido, Uber. Let's say a user, as a user, I searched this route in the app, and now I want to book a cab directly. So now I need to go into Uber, I need to go into Rapido, I need to do essentially the same stuff, right? I need to enter the boarding point, the destination point. I need to check the price. I need to compare the price. I need to do all sorts of stuff again. So one cool integration that we can probably do is we can, rather than just showing Ola, Rapido, and Blue Smart, for example, we can show the actual price for the journey between this route, and also the cost and everything. It will be much more powerful than what it is now. Imagine you show Ola 70 rupees, Rapido 60 rupees, Blue Smart 90 rupees, Uber 1000 rupees. Just example. It would be really nice, right, for the user. And we can also just add a button to click. When they click, we directly redirect the user to Uber, for example. So this will reduce the number of clicks, right, for the user. And also, this will increase the viewership for our website because the user will not think I need to come this website first. I need to do the same steps again in some other website, right? It will be really seamless. I first come to this website. I quickly go into Uber with a single click. So I think that's one cool integration that one can probably do in this website. So yes, I think this is also cool idea which can be improved very much in the coming days. I think this can turn into some really good project, an actual project that the entire people in a city can use. That's it. I think the
Well, yeah,
second project.
yeah. Well, that was really cool, Anna. And I think the suggestions that you gave really make the product viable and scalable. That integration with third-party applications and a simple click to book those flights should be quite easier rather than me having to go tell him, hey, go here, go here, go here. I think I really love that. So now let's move on to the next idea.
Yep. I think let me share the final one. I'm sharing my screen. Right. It's the project name is Leela Legal or Laila Legal. I don't know how to pronounce, but it's fine. I think yes. This project, similarly to the other ones that I showed you earlier, the moment that I open this website, right away you see the main content of the app. What is the app doing? it says it helps you through your legal journey, where you can share your story. I think this is really nice. There is no unnecessary busy UI in the app. No distractions like log in, log out, and all the stuff. It's really nice to see the main content right away when I open the app. And let me try this one. There are two modes: tell your story voice and type your story. For the example, let me type my story. Um, my story. Okay, let me enter my name. Let me type my story. So imagine I was like a criminal based out of Nagpur, India, and so. I just got this message from ChatGPT to test. So when I hit submit case, let's see what is the reward that I will get. Um, Looks like I got an error. Let me retry. I think looks like the website is down. Okay, let me reload once, maybe. Oh wow! I think the UI got changed, and now we got sign in and sign out. Oh no! Let's cancel this one. But no. Let me log in once, maybe. Oh no! It didn't even have. Okay, let me sign up. Oh, wow. Okay, I need to log in now. Yeah, I think the website got changed before and after revolution.
Yeah, I think that's one friction as judges for us to go see it out, and then there's this lot of friction that's going around when we are trying to evaluate these kind of submissions.
Right. I mean, if that's if yeah, let's see. Okay, now I logged
Please
in
go
into
ahead.
the website. Let's see. Hopefully, this works now. Without hopefully, it doesn't ask me to reset my password. Let me enter
Yeah.
my name. Let me paste my beautiful story. I'll click submit case. Okay, it's analyzing the case, identifying legal areas. Okay, um I got my reward now. Let's see. So it shows the sections that I will be applicable to, I guess. I'm not a lawyer, so don't judge me. But yes, I think I'm not sure how much correct is that, but I did a quick Google check, and it's kind of matching at least. You can get your audio summary using audio. You can go back to the dashboard. But the main thing is this: you can check all the available applicable sections. Sorry, for the case that you did, or the mistake that you did. So this is nice. At least it encourages the criminals to check before committing any activity, before doing anything. Yeah, so I think this is nice. Um, Also, we get like a PDF. Not sure if you guys can see. I clicked on the preview and I get like a legal notice directly, a PDF of the legal notice, which is frightening, to be honest. But yes, yes, this is looking really nice. Just thought there is no login logout, but yes, that's how it is. But yes, I think these are the three projects that we checked and really working nicely. And over to you, Manas.
Thank you so much, Sana. It was so thoughtful of you to be helping us out in trying to understand how these projects function. And as you shared, I think now that we gave people an overview of how judges actually work through behind the scenes and what's their main thing, I think one thing that we majorly found was people adding a lot of friction. So in a challenge like this, where we are having to review over lots of projects, like 100, 200 projects, I think the major thing comes down to making sure we're very crisp on what we're trying to do. It becomes very easy for us to navigate what we're actually trying to convey. And the less friction that we have for us to go into our use case, I think the more useful it will be when we are actually working in innovations like this. So thank you a lot, Manitejan. I think it was a lot of effort going through all of them, but I think we've
Right.
got to learn
I
a lot.
just wanted to share one thing if I can,
Yep.
because like I found it a bit funny the last project. The moment I refreshed, because I was keeping the preview ready to show it to the users. But the moment I refreshed the app, I got like a login page. Uh, the funny thing is, you need to think as a user, right? So imagine if I was a criminal, I personally don't log into any website to to check if I was doing anything correct, right? So yeah, so just wanted to share, just wanted to add to what you said already. The
Yeah.
main focus should be on the core idea and not these additional friction points. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just had a little bit to add on to that, Anna. Like, I have been to a hackathon recently, like in the last month itself. And when I was participating in that hackathon, like I was a participant back then. So when I was participating, it I had to do a lot of research, and I believe today AI is really assisting us with what we're trying to build out. And when I observed how projects were actually taken in by these huge hackathons which are organized, like when I'm talking about hackathons, I'm talking about hackathons being organized by Apple, Google, and organizations like these. I think what they're most looking at is how are we able to identify a user and how do we think in terms of him. Usually, I think the biggest mistake that we as developers do is like go to ChatGPT or put in our brain and say, "Hi, I have this API, I have that API. Let me go integrate all of these stuff and then bring them onto our plate." But I think the major thing really comes out when we're able to understand from a user's point of view what would he need, what is the flow that he would expect, and then naturally building onto it rather than we as the developers forcing something onto them and then asking them, "Hey, this is my scrap, kindly come and use it." So I think it's the other way around, and that's something that we've been miscalculating usually in our hackathons. With that, I think we had quite a review about all of our projects. Now I give it over to Swapnaka to make sure we have the closing of our day.
Yeah, so all right, everyone. Um, as we are going to wrap up this incredible 10-hour founder challenge, I just want to take a moment to step back and say, just like, wow, think that in the morning, all we just started with nothing but an idea. And in just 10 hours, you wrestled with AI and debugged on the fly and published it live, that functional products into the world. That takes serious resilience, and every single of you who have we hit on our submit button in the forms today, you should be incredibly proud of what you have did. And also, I should mention the names of our top three applications that we have shortlisted today. Bhavya, Gayatri, and Harika. A massive congratulations to three of you. You just, didn't use AI today, but you directed it. Like you showed exactly what happens when you start technical intelligence and inspiration. The prompt engineering and ability to pivot when things got tough is truly next level. But of course, I have to mention something like an event like this, it doesn't happen magically. There would be behind the scenes people who are actually taking ahead of it, right? So, thank you, my team. A huge, heartfelt thank you for my entire team organizing and the judging team, right on the screen right now. Thank you for giving your entire weekend to test this application app and read the prompts and meticulously analyze every single submission. Thanks to Manitesh and Manas and also my co-ambassador Usha Ramni mom. So as we are going to celebrate International Women's Day today, and honestly, I can't think it's a better way to celebrate than by watching the people who actively claim their space on the AI ecosystem and build the future with their own hands. So happy Women's Day to all the phenomenal women right out there who are breaking the barriers and then keep pushing yourself. So let's keep this momentum going and keep interacting with our lovable apps and also keep pushing it in a public. And please make sure to follow and tag us at WTM Vizag across all your social media platforms. And we want to see where you are going to take this project to the next level and how you're going to build this for the future. And thank you for all spending this weekend with us and have a wonderful night. Keep building all this stuff with us. You're all set. And yeah, thank you so much, Manas, for the time. And thanks, my team, to having me. And yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for your support.
Ma'am, we would want what you would want to share with the audience before we leave.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Firstly, I'm so delighted to see the projects that have come out. And I think all of them are maybe in a way tweaked towards women. So there's outfit trying and the safe route as well as the legal one. Uh, as Maniteja decoded it so well, I'm glad for your inputs and hearing them from a user perspective. very good insights and much needed ones at this point. But I think what is more important is that we are able to think through that detail. See, AI is amplifying, speeding up from X to 10x for you. But the idea, the ingenuity, actually, the originality is always with you. What should it do? And the more you give it context, the more with your experience you give and ask it to bring. It is like bring it on. If you are leaving it entirely to AI, the way that it goes is not under your control. And that is where the human in the loop matters, which is you actually, because you are creating that app. I can talk from experience, seeing all this being developed so fast. And that is where AI is being democratized today. We have leveled the playing field with somebody who says I have a lot of coding experience. There was a time when that mattered more, but today AI is democratizing coding actually. But then what is the value that you bring? And that is your insight into the problems, your insight into the real problems that you see and identify around you. And I think that is where you have to go and see into the next level. And as Maniteja rightly said, when somebody is going into a website, how easy it is to get started just about immediately. But again, how easy it is for the website holder to even collect your data so that they can come and interact with you later. So all these matter. So what is the trade off that you do? All these actually are very important. And I have seen that legal app also actually, and I wanted to share that recently I have seen a a company take on something like this, where they are using AI to sift through thousands and thousands of legal documents so as to uh, use it for so if a case is uploaded, not from a perspective of a criminal, but if a case is uploaded actually, then how can they come back, and how can they use? So the AI does all the heavy lifting. It crunches all the data and gives you whatever it sees and whatever that the contender can put it actually in his defense. So this is a great use case, and so are the others. So since you have scratched the surface, just get deeper, see what else you have to learn to implement so as to take it to the next level. Think in those lines, and I'm so happy we are all here doing this today. And also, I would like to say thank you to all of you who have joined us at such short notice. Actually, we really wanted to just pass it on, facilitate this, and not lose this opportunity that Lovable was sharing, and we wanted to do it. And I'm so grateful for my team, Manas, Maniteja, and Swapna, who really stepped in at the very last minute. All our intent was to help, to initiate this community. Everybody had that, we had other plans for our Sundays, but it was like so in the nick of the moment, and still all of us were there showing up and, answering your questions through the day. It means a lot. It means that we care for you as a community. And that is what I think is the genuineness or the quality that we bring as WTM or GDG Vizag. Actually, we always want to help, to enable more, because we have been through that journey ourselves. So please make use of these opportunities that you have. Make use of the incredible people that are there who are ready to share their knowledge, mentor you, and grow in the process. I wish you all the best, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much to my team as well. I'm so proud of you guys.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Like it was nothing. It was just something that we could do to contribute back. But yeah, with that, I guess we can call it off a day. Thank you so much, guys, for joining at this last moment and making sure this campaign was made most out of usage. And we would really love to see what you're going ahead and building it. You can go and take in this feedback, incorporate them into what you're actually building it out, and we would love to see people actually using your product rather than or just people who join this Google Meet, but people in general around you start to use the app that you have built. So make sure to tag us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Tag us using hashtag WTMVizag or at the rate WTMVizag. Tag in the Lovable community at the rate lovable.community or at the rate lovable.dev. We will also be loving to see how your products grow. And if you ever need feedback, feel free to reach out to us on DM or on social media. We'll be at max be most welcome to try to help solve your questions. With that, we would like to conclude. I wish everyone on this call and in this call. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I missed sharing. So this, think of this as a pre-event to IWD actually, which we are trying to bring it to you. Maybe an in-person event sometime around March or April. So we look, keep watching this space actually. IWD Vizag or WTM Vizag and GDG Vizag, keep following our content. We are trying to do something. Uh, Alongside having our full-time jobs, we are trying to do this, so we have to see how much it intersects with all of us as well. So kindly understand that, but we are trying to do an in-person event, so just be connected with, as Manas shared the links actually, be connected since you have been part of this group. Just be connected, and we will see what we can do together. Maybe you can share your inputs on what kind of content you want in the event, if at all we have, so that we also can try to bring such kind of event that really helps you. So we have so much coming up in the coming days. We hope you make use of it. Thank you.
Ma'am. And yeah, just before we sign out, on behalf of the entire WTM team, I would wish everyone in this call and on this call a very happy Women's Day, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It is quite late in the night, so we don't want to waste a lot of your time. Thank you, guys, and signing off. This is me, Manas Mala.
Bye bye.